Who is in the house? Hello, hello. How are you doing? Good to have you join us. Suki, good to have you. Just let me know once you're coming in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Rakiat Rukaya, thank you from Atlanta, Georgia. Good to have you. Awesome. Blessing from Abuja. Blessing this Sunday. Don't miss the concert, the worship experience we're having with Phil Thompson at the Gwarin Park Church. Make sure you're there. Lucy from Kenya, Dubai, LOC. Good to have all of you joining us. Good to have everyone joining us. Welcome to the Singles Breakthrough Hour. I am super excited to be with you today. Yeah, so let's know. Very good. I look forward to seeing you too. God bless you. Good to have everybody. Good to have you all. Awesome. All right, get your friends on board. We are in for a great time. We have just about 40-50 minutes before I join another meeting. So please, let's make the most of it. Let's make the most of it right now. And I want to quickly start by just sharing a few thoughts with you. This is special to you because you are joining us very early. So because you are joining early, I want to give you a special bonus. We've been trying to talk about some of the major barriers, major hindrances to singles. Haj Janie, thank you for your gift. We've been talking about some of the major barriers to singles getting married. So one of the things that I want to do today before I talk about that, because you came on board very early, I want to share some few thoughts with you. Some of you have been asking me some questions with respect to getting to know who is the right person and stuff like that. So here is a free bonus for all of you. Write it down. Some of you were here when I shared it before, but people are asking again and again. And the question is, how do you know, Pastor Sam, that this is the right person? Number one, purpose connection. Write that down. Number one, purpose connection. There is going to be a connection between what you are living for and what the person is aspiring to be. There will be purpose connection. What that simply means is that there is going to be a connection between your purpose and the person's purpose, meaning your purpose are not conflicting. Your purpose are not at loggerhead. You don't want to become something the person hates. That's the best way I can put it for you. Did you get that? You don't want to become something the person hates. So there's purpose connection. What that means is that whatever it is the person wants to do, please look at my fingers. Whatever it is the person wants to become in life, it has space for what you also want to become. And together, your purpose and his purpose or her purpose sliding into each other creates a corporate purpose. So what that means is whatever it is the person wants to do has space for what you want to become. Does that make sense? Who is telling me to pause? I should pause. But I warned you, I told you to get ready. I want to share some things with you. So listen. If you write this down, you will be grateful that you did. In the weeks and the months to come, you will thank God for the things that I'm sharing with you here. All right? So purpose connection first. You want to show you and I, we have something similar. That what you want to become excites me. Did you get that? How do you know there's purpose connection? When the person's dreams, goals, aspiration excites you. When you can see yourself in the person's future playing a significant role without losing your own identity. Purpose connection. Number 2, baggage eliminations. You want to make sure that how do you know that this is the right person that I should get married to? The person has been able to deal with not all, but the person has dealt with major baggage in the person's life that has the potential to ruin your relationship. Baggage has to do with things that we have all taken from our various relationships from the past that has the potential to destroy our current relationship. Baggage has to do with whatever it is, pain, disappointment, breakups, all of that, whatever it is from our previous relationship that we have carried and has the potential to destroy our current relationship. We're talking about baggage. So we're saying that if you're going into a relationship with someone, I'm Jerry Ford, thank you for your roses. We're saying if you're going into a relationship with someone, you want to be sure that the person is not carrying unnecessary baggage that has the potential to destroy your relationship. Number 3, love connection. You want to make sure whosoever you want to marry loves you. I'm not saying you think the person loves you. You know the person loves you. Again, Miss Steph, thank you. Ash Jane, thank you. I'm going to say that again. You want to make sure you know, not that you think that the person you want to marry loves you. No ambiguity, no doubts, certainty beyond any reasonable doubt that this person truly loves me. Somebody's thinking about what I just said right now. Stop trying to tell us. Stop trying to make us to believe that the person loves you. Let me say this. Never marry someone because you believe that the person loves you. Marry someone because you know that the person loves you. Don't believe, look, I believe he loves me. I believe she loves me. No. You need to know that the person loves you. You want to be you are sure. Sweet Wind, you want to know if anybody will ever love you? Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Write what I just told you down. It sounds simplistic, but what I just told you now, how do you know the person loves you? You don't know? Okay, so let me tell you. You want to be sure the person loves you. The person cares about you. The person cares. The person demonstrates three major things: care, affection, intimacy. The person is selfless. The person is sacrificial. The person is selfless. The person is sacrificial. Yes. So the person is selfless when dealing with you. The person is sacrificial. The person demonstrates care, affection, and intimacy. Somebody said, I wish I know all this before I got married. Well, I'm sure you're hearing that from a married person. So you better take notes of these things. Look, listen, everybody watching me. Leave all this English chemistry. You know, there has to be a chemistry. How do you define chemistry? Oh, Pastor, chemistry is a connection in our heart. Is that what you're going to live on? Marriage is not about chemistry. Marriage is about dedication, selfless dedication, commitment. Listen to me. Somebody said, Pastor, some of them fake love. You see, that's why you need to give it time. Give it time and don't allow yourself to be the only person that interacts with the person. Most times, you find out that those who are practicing fake love always want to isolate you. They want to make sure that you don't get them to meet people. They don't want you to meet people. You know why? Those who are practicing fake love know that you are the only one they can fool. Oh, did I just give you a little secret now? Did I just give you a little secret now? So you know what? Get the person to meet as many persons as you can that you honor. Don't take the person only to your friends. Take the person to your mentor, your pastor, your coach. Let the person meet your mentor. Not people that can be impressed by him or by her. Angela, welcome. God bless you. We love you. Kemi, thank you for your precious gift. Did you hear what I just told you now? Anybody you notice is trying to like, look, I know I don't like too many friends. You know, I like very private relationship. I don't like us to meet people. It's just between you and I. What is between you and I? I mean, somebody's going to join us. Some people are going to give me to you. Some people are going to accept me into your life. So, I've got mentors. I've got coach. I've got a pastor. I'm not just someone you pick from the street. So here's the game. The person can fool you, but the person can't fool those that the person can't impress. Never take anybody you want to marry to people that the person is better than. Did you hear that? Did I just drop something for you now? Never take anybody you want to marry or someone who is interested in you. Never take the person to people that the person is better than. By being better than them, the person intimidates them on arrival and makes them feel like subjects and beneficiaries. So naturally, they will want to go into a beneficiary mode. What does that mean? You'll notice they begin to act nice to the person. They will say good things about the person. They will tell you, don't miss this one. No, this is the correct one. Oh yeah, it's a beneficiary mode. They are speaking from a beneficiary mode, because when he came with cars, a car they've never seen. When he came with slippers they've never seen. He came looking expensive. Joanne, thank you. Or John, thank you for your gift. When the person came, he came from a superior standpoint. Spoke American English, right? And everybody listening to him, they were like, he is the one. We didn't understand what he was saying. He's an American. You know, person spoke Queen's English. Yeah, in it. And all the people around you, they've never had in it. What's up, my man? You know. So, and all of them just felt defeated instantly. And then all these individuals who call you and say, look, that is the guy. That is the man. When he came, he was distributing cards. He works in, is the MD of this oil company, is the MD of CEO of, he was just giving out cards. And when they saw, everybody was like, oh my God, oh my God. See, when the person you introduce who you want to marry to, when you introduce that person to people that the person is way superior to, a beneficiary instinct rises on the inside of them. They are no longer thinking about you. They are now thinking about how that when you marry him, he will be of good help to them. So the reason they want you to marry him is for their good. So he's a good guy for them. She's a good lady for them. Because after all, she's a medical doctor. So in their mind, whenever they fall sick, that is somebody, our in-law will treat us free of. All right. What if the person wants to marry you? That's a question from somebody. What if the person wants to marry you and the person lacks finance? There's no problem. Continue to love until the person has finance for you to start your life. He says, let him get a job. Why are you in a rush? I don't get it. What are you in a, somebody doesn't have a job, doesn't have money, and you label, pastor, we love each other. I'm not saying you should break your love. In fact, let brotherly love continue. Continue your love. Just don't fix a wedding date. So continue to love each other, but don't just fix a wedding date. So when do you fix a wedding date? Let the person get a stable job. And maybe give it about 3 months. And let's see how nice the former broke brother or broke lady, let's see the person start handling little money and see if the person will remain consistent with the character the person displayed when the person had no money. Write this down. You never know a person. You never know a person when the person is broke. A broke person has what we call concealed identity. Adversity compels people to conceal their identity. Poverty compels people to take on false identities. Poverty does not reveal character. Prosperity does. A lady came and said, Pastor Sam, the guy I want to marry is a very humble guy. He is a nice guy, Pastor Sam. Anytime the guy, he opens the door of a car for me. Oh, really? She went on marketing the guy. I said, fantastic. Then I asked her a question. I said, what does he do for a living? She said, Nothing yet. He doesn't have a job. Oh, I say now I see why he's a humble guy. I can confirm to you that it's what we call pseudo humility. Pseudo humility. I mean, you are broke. What else are you supposed to be than humble? I mean, it's dangerous for you to be broke and you're arrogant. Your recovery, your lifting out of poverty will take a long time. You are broke, you are ignorant, you are arrogant. These are dangerous recipe for long-time adversity and poverty. So it's strategic. Did you hear what I said? It is very strategic. It is common sense that when you are broke, you should be nice. I mean, what else? What are you supposed to do? When you are broke, be nice. Just somebody said it's acted humility. What else are you supposed to do? You are broke, you are jobless, and then you go to pick on arrogance. You'll be jobless for a long time. But hey, you want to come out of it. That's why when people come for interviews, good afternoon, sir. They learn. When you are going for a job interview, you need a job and you don't know how to greet. Hi, greetings everybody. You are humble. It may not be part of your nature, but for the job, you better be humble. Otherwise, your joblessness is going to continue for a long time. But when you are broke and you are arrogant, you are broke and you are ignorant, you are broke and you are jobless. I mean, you are broke, you are jobless, and then you are arrogant. It's a long journey. So hey, here's the game. Never say you know a man or a woman when the person is broke or broken. If a person is going through a season of brokenness, never say you know a person. When the person is broke, never say you know the person. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. What reveals people is prosperity, not adversity. Vicky Royce, thank you for your gift. Hey, all right, so I started sharing with you. Some of you are asking me, how do you know the person? What are some of the things you can use to know that this is the right person? Number one, I said there must be purpose connection. Lady Barbara, thank you so much for your roses. I really appreciate you. So there must be purpose connection. And then number two, there must be baggage elimination. You don't, Mama Z, thank you for your gift. Thank you for your roses. I appreciate you. You want to make sure that there's baggage elimination. Whosoever you want to marry must be someone who has sorted out his or her major baggage, such that whatever is left of baggage has no power or influence on your relationship negatively. Number three, let there be love connection. Make sure that the person demonstrates selfless and sacrificial care, affection, and intimacy. And let it be for a long time. Number two, make sure the person gets exposed to those you value, people you honor, people that the person is not better than, people that compel the person's respect. Phoebe, thank you so much for your gift on Super Chat. I really appreciate your gift, Phoebe. God bless you. God bless you. Number four is number four is acceptance check. Acceptance check. Never marry anyone who from the beginning has an issue with accepting you unconditionally. Never settle with anybody who from the beginning has an issue with accepting you unconditionally. If you don't fit in, don't force it. Write that down. If the person is letting you know that you don't fit in the way you are, and the person is trying to, is there anything you can do? Your height, you are very tall. So what do you want me to do? To cut my legs? To reduce my height? Oh, you are a little bit very short. What do you want me to do? You want me to get artificial limbs and raise my legs? Oh, you are a little bit too big. That's the way you met me. I'm not talking about unnecessarily obese and I'm careless about that. No, I'm just a big person. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. Some of the fish, I mean, you have fish, you have some fish that just look, so little, but then you also have the whales, you have the sharks. And if I'm a shark, you came to the deep ocean to find me, and now you want to reduce me to a tilapia. If you want a tilapia, go for the tilapias. I'm a whale. I'm a shark. I'm a big one. You don't like me the way I is, you go find something else. That's why God created them big and small. All right, now TikTok, it's time to tap and move it to 50. You are making progress. Kills, thank you. Go ahead and start tapping. All right, God bless you. And all of you on YouTube, thank you for your generosity. And I will expect you now to please go ahead and click like. Make sure the like goes up now. God bless you for doing that. God bless you. So hey, here's never play with acceptance. What does it mean to be accepted? To be accepted means to be given the unconditional right to be yourself. The unconditional right to be yourself in a relationship. That when I choose to marry you, I let you be yourself. Does that mean you're perfect? Does that mean you are everything I want? Does that mean I don't see things I don't like? No, I do. But I create an environment of acceptance where changes happen. So it's in the atmosphere of acceptance that change happens. And by the way, when I'm talking about accepting someone the way the person is, I'm not talking about the person is some drug person, alcohol, abusive person. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying you should change. That's what I'm saying you should accept. Rev Sam, you have so much wisdom. God bless you. Thank you. Now you are telling me to speak more, but you are not tapping more. All right. Go ahead and tap, 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 tap. Go ahead and do that. Move it to 50. All right. God bless you. You're doing that. Good. I'm watching you. You're 19.8, 20.1, 20.2. I'm going to be counting until you get to 50. Going to be counting until you get to 50. Or what I'm just going to do is I just block. Can you see me? Let me block. Okay, no. If I block you, I'll be blocking YouTube. Who should I even block? Maybe the YouTube guys. YouTube. There's somebody once told me, said, look, Sam, YouTube people are very difficult. I said, why? He said, you have to talk and talk and talk. I said, no, I'm not going to talk. I said, my own YouTube people are fantastic. My YouTube people are great. I said, I don't know which YouTube people you are talking about. I said, the ones I have, they are amazing people. I don't have to talk twice to tell them to like, and they will like. And I said, the day I get to discover that my own YouTube people are becoming like your own, I'll just cut them off. Somebody say, Mama Oye, please come. Oh. Daddy Oye is blocking people. YouTube, I've been bragging with you that you are nice people. But look at what you're doing. Just look at your number versus your likes. And I wish I can find the person that is not liking. And you are still here. You are watching. You are enjoying yourself, but you are not liking. Is it that you don't know where there's like? Can somebody help me find somebody who has not liked yet? Send the person's name to me, please. And I'll take the person's name to the Council of Elders. You said you need E-wine or so. You said you will like. Look at your numbers versus. E-young, what's your question? Send me your question. All right. So, hey, just on a jovial note, is that okay? So here's the game. It is critical for you to make up your mind to ensure that whosoever you're going to marry, the person accepts you. Make sure the person accepts you. Let the person give you the right to be yourself. Rev Sam, I got the promotion on August 1. Congratulations. Send in the testimony. Make sure you send in the testimony. Is that okay? Congratulations. God has just been answering prayers. The way God has been answering prayers this day has just been amazing. Those of you that joined us in the prayer this morning, you saw how that lady that came in with her ear, she was not hearing from her right ear, and during prayer, the ear popped open. Isn't that amazing? A woman brought her child to church, and the child has not been working. The child is a twin. The other twin was working, and this other one, the lady, wasn't working. And the mother brought the child and said, Reverend Sam, my child is not working. And she was holding the child in front of everybody after service. And I held the legs of the baby and we prayed. That same day, they got home and the baby just jumped up and the baby began to walk. You're going to be watching the video. I think it should be out on our platform tomorrow. The baby just began to walk. Oh, somebody has already seen the testimony. Glory be to God. I didn't even know it's out already. Isn't God amazing? We also had a case also in an orphanage where a child of about 3 or 4 years has not been walking. And during the morning prayer, they broadcasted it at the orphanage. And right there too, the child began to walk. Isn't our God amazing? We were in London, and whilst we were praying in London, here was this elderly man. Some people got healed, about 4 or 5 of them got healed of the same shoulder issues. We prayed and then God healed them. And one of the men that was healed of the shoulder said, look, sir, I think I can also see. Those who were at London then, just May here, just a few months ago. And then the man took out his glasses and said, sir, I couldn't see anybody in my front. And this time around, I went farther, gave him the counts to do, and before everybody, the man could see. Oh, glory be to God. Last door was there. Dorcas was there. She said, I was there. It's amazing what Jesus is doing. That's why all of you in the U.S., make sure you join us in Atlanta, August 12, Baltimore, August 19, Houston, August 26, the Bahamas, August 29th. We will be trusting God to do more than that in all these meetings. So, if you want to get married, make sure that whosoever is coming into your life is someone that accepts you. Accepts you. And as a lady, as a man, you want to marry somebody. Once you decide, accept the first gift to give someone that you want to marry is the gift of acceptance. Take note of that. The first gift you want to give someone that you want to marry is the gift of acceptance, not the gift of perfection. You don't want to tell the person, be perfect to marry me. No, I love you. You are the kind of person I want. And I know that, of course, roses comes with thorns. I know that a perfect you in an area have certain imperfection in certain areas. Another testimony is coming in. God granted me, yes, so God granted me favor in my PhD post-field generation on Wednesday. Thank you for all the prayers. The testimonies are just coming in everywhere. Glory be to God. What do you do if you're already married to a bad one? I would just simply say to you, get good counsel, depending on how bad. Thank you so much for your gift. Dr. Hebrew, thank you for your gift. Vicky Royce, thank you. What do you do when you are married to a bad one? I'm not going to give a blanket answer so you don't hold on to my words. But the first thing, Outlier, thank you for your gift. Margaret, thank you. First thing I'm going to say to you is, please make sure you get a good counsel. Because I don't know how bad, what you call bad. It's relative. There are general bads, but at the same time, there are some bads that are relative to individuals. So I would say get a good counsel, be properly guided. Kills, thank you. Be properly guided so that you know the right step to take. All right? God bless you. What else do you do if you want to get married to someone? You want to make sure that you get family approval. Me and a guy I know were given prophecy by a servant of God who is also a spiritual mentor. Okay? She told us God showed her our wedding day, but the guy has decided to date another lady. Please, what should I do? If it is God, the guy will come back. If it is not God, please let him go with the lady he has gone with. The woman of God is not God. The prophetess says she heard from God. Only God knows if she heard from him. Don't allow prophecy to guide. You did not hear from God. It is dangerous for you to now be receiving direction. Is the prophecy of the prophetess a confirmation to what God has told you? Beware of prophecies that comes to give you first direction. Real prophecies are confirmation of what God has told you. And if a prophecy is giving you first direction, don't hold on to it until you get confirmation. Meaning, you go to God and say, God, prophetess so-and-so said, a man I was not thinking about before is going to be my husband. Lord, what do you say? Wow, my debt was written off by my bank just after yesterday's prayer. My goodness. I mean, the testimonies are coming in from everywhere. The bank just wrote off the debt after yesterday's prayer. Abby, please send in your testimony. You have no idea who you will inspire. Get to do an audio testimony or a video testimony. Share with us what the Lord has done. Can you imagine? Those of you that have not been joining us in prayers, make sure you resume from Monday. Wow. Isn't that an amazing testimony? Isn't that an amazing? Listen to me. This morning, after we finished praying, a young man in the church, I was at the airport. I just flew into another city. I was at the airport when I got a message from a young man who was with us this morning as an ordinary person worshiping with us. He sent me the text from the office of one of the most powerful persons in our government. Listen to what the text said. Send us your CV for consideration into a federal government board, into the position of a minister and one other position. So meaning there are 3 positions that this young man is being considered for now. Dr. Hebrews, thank you for the heart and the mustache. Chef, thank you. Kills, thank you. It's amazing what God is doing for us. Look at what somebody's saying. My friend, oh, I missed that. When my friend shared with me about you and I started following the prayer, you have addressed everything I was going through. Glory to God. I started following you. You have addressed everything. We give God the praise. What do you do next if the brother in Christ who you like wants to remain friends? He gives you mixed emotion. Don't allow that kind of thing. Call him to order. Sorry, sir. I'm a matured woman. I'm of marriageable age and I want to settle down. I notice you've been coming around me. Can I understand what you want? Do you just want to be a friend or you are interested in me? Don't allow anybody to hang around you for that long, stirring up your emotions without making any impartation. No. Somebody saying PPH members are being blessed with high-profile jobs. Yes. We are shocked at what God is doing. Our members are just getting high-profile jobs. Ministerial appointment. Our military men are now in charge in different positions in the country. I mean, for instance, I wish I can take you around here. One of our men got to know I was coming into Lagos. I was coming in here. And the man got to tell one of our pastors, said, please, nobody should put my pastor in any kind of a place. And he said, I have made arrangement for my pastor to go to one of the best hotels. And when I came here, I mean, I have an entire suite. They call it the presidential suite here. I mean, if I'm going to walk around this place, it is huge. You have no idea what I'm talking about here. And I'm humble, and I'm really, I mean, I don't think I don't know why he will do that. And he just said, no. My pastor he can't stay there. He can't stay in any place less. And I wish my wife was here today. So I had to do a video of this place so I can take it home for my wife to see what she missed. She narrowly missed it. Okay, hey, here's again. Acceptance. Make sure anybody you want to marry accepts you. Anyone you want to marry must accept you. Rev Sam, what do you do if your husband constantly cheats? Is not taking care of the kids? Please, I want you to go immediately get counsel, because he is a danger to you. Because if he goes to sleep around, we had the same situation in our city, in Abuja. Someone went out to sleep with another lady, picked on HIV, came home, slept with his wife, she picked on the HIV, and within 3 months she was dead. So here's what I'm saying to you. Make sure that whosoever you are in relationship with, if the person is cheating, hanging around, make sure you get interventions. Oh yeah, no, normally she travels with me all the time. But We have some other engagements and she had to stay back. So normally she travels with me, yes. We are having Phil Thompson in our church tomorrow. I wish I can dash out of the city on Sunday. I wish I can dash out of the city here and rush to church on Sunday morning, because I know what is going to happen in Abuja on Sunday will be amazing. So hey, all of you have to hook up to the Abuja church. Is that okay? All right. The next thing I want to share with you, don't forget, if anybody wants to marry you, make sure you discern acceptance. Did you hear what I said? Discern acceptance. Make sure you know you are accepted. Make sure you discern acceptance. Make sure you know that you are accepted. Make sure you know you are accepted. Accepted by him, accepted by her, accepted by the family. Discern acceptance. Another thing to check before you say yes to anybody is family connection. You want to make sure that you get to meet the family of the person. You want to make sure you relate with them. You feel and know that you are accepted in the family. Also study the family background, the family type, the family nature, the history of the family. You want to study their weaknesses and strength. Because if it's in the root, it will be in the fruit, except there is a change. What you see in his family, what you see in our family has the potential to be replicated in yours. All right? So make sure that you discern that the family of the person accepts you, love you, welcome you, and then beyond that, understand their dynamics. One word, thank you. Get to know the composition of the family. How was the family built? What kind of structure governs the family? Is it a blended family, a divorced family? Is it a polygamous, polyandrous family? You want to make sure that you discern the composition of the family. Why? If it's in the root, it will be in the fruit, except there is a change. Sherry, thank you for your gift. I really appreciate. What else do you check if you want to decide whether somebody loves somebody that is coming after you, somebody you should marry? La Chikondi, thank you for your gift. What else do you check? You want to make sure you check what you call responsibility. You want to check how responsible the person is. I say that to you all the time. La Chikondi, thank you for your gift. Sherry, thank you. Somebody who is telling you wants to marry you but is chasing other ladies, that is enough red flag. Share the grace over the matter. Move on. Make sure anybody you want to marry is responsible. The person is productive. You want to make sure also that the person has integrity. What happens if a man's mother is controlling? What happens if a man's mother is, if she's controlling, if she's a controlling mother, maybe because of the absence of a father figure? Please discern the basis for a controlling nature. There are mothers who appear controlling because they are filling up the vacuum of the absence of a father. Did you get that? So because of the absence of a father figure, she is both a mother and a father. So she has to be in control. And watch her children. If the children have turned out right, it is that control that produced the kind of man you want to marry. The only challenge is when she is not just controlling, but she wants to control you and she wants to control your relationship. That is when you need to put a pause to the movement. That's when you need to put your feet to the pedal. Can I say it again? It sounds alike, but they are not alike what I said. There is nothing wrong if the mother is controlling because of the absence of a father figure. There cannot be a state of vacuum in the family. If she's raising boys, she needs to teach them order, structure. It may appear controlling to you who came from a family where nobody was involved in controlling and directing and instructing you. If you come from a family where you are allowed, you come from an indulgent family, you come from an uninvolved family where you are allowed to do whatever you want to do. Now, this woman knows she can't afford to let her sons to just rise and become radicals on the street. She needs to put some measure of control on them, because the absence of control is the reason for unrestrained behaviors. And the reason why you are attracted to her son is because of the good work that the woman has done. The only time when you should become concerned about her controlling behavior is when the control is extended to your relationship and is beginning to have an untold effect on the two of you. You also want to look at her son. If the control has damaged her son, if the control has destroyed her son, robbed him of his masculinity, robbed her son of his ability to make sound judgments and decisions, at that point, you know, if you are in love with the guy, you now need to know how strategically, with wisdom, you are able to rescue the boy from the hand of the mother whose control is damaging. Is that okay? Somebody say, wow, makes so much sense. If it extends to your relationship, never forget, it is not your duty to fix. This is where you want to know whether you are lining up behind a leader or you are lining up behind a male. You are going to politely, remember my rule of conversation, you are going to politely call the young man and say, your mother, find 3 things that you appreciate about the mother. You must find 3 things before you make that one observation. Your mother is a beautiful woman. Your mother is a hardworking woman. Genuinely, your mother is a very disciplined woman. I also notice that she has a very strong grip on all of you. My worry is that it seems she's beginning to have a grip on us, and I think it's affecting our ability to make our own decisions. Is this how we're going to continue? Is there something you want to say about it? Nonetheless, you know, again, your mother is such an amazing woman. You know, one of the things I like about her is the fact that she's a very jovial person. Your mother is very well put together, very educated. The only challenge I am concerned about is the issue of the grip she has on us. Other than that, I love her to pieces. You see, it's called sandwich conversation. And let the young man decide, let him tell you what he thinks. If the young man say, well, there's nothing I can do, that's my mother. She has the right to come into our marriage. She has the right to say, now once you know the young man says his mother has right to enter the marriage, if you are comfortable with that, mommy can come in anytime and decide when two of you sleep together, when you invest, whether you go out on vacation or not. If you are comfortable with that, it might be what you like. But if you are not, you have some tough decisions to make. You either resolve it or dissolve it. Vicky Royce, thank you so much. God bless you for the gift. So some families pretend to care because of what they want from you. As soon as they get what they are looking for, they will show you their true colors. Yes, there are families like that. Time has a way of revealing it. That is why sometimes you need to make sure you're very careful about where you're going to. Hey, by the way, one of the things you must also learn to do is to make inquiries around about the family you want to get into. You may not know the family, but the people around know the family. Their neighbors know about them. There are several ways by which you can get to make inquiries about the family you want to get into, so that you can save yourself from too many troubles. You want to make sure whosoever you want to marry has integrity. Integrity. You want to do an integrity check. You want to make sure whosoever you want to marry is not hooked on to so many women. You want to make sure when the person says A, it means A, B means B. So much we can talk about, and our time is gone today again. Always an amazing time spending with you here. It's always such a refreshing moment. Rev Sam, how do you explain that a 41-year-old man is not old enough to marry and his mother wants him? Oh my goodness. Well, I honestly do not have an explanation for him because I am not him. The only concern I have is at 41, if his mother is still making a lot of decisions about his life, it might just be that he was over-mothered and under-fathered. My husband's sister talks to me anyhow, and him, the parents do nothing about it. Your husband's sister might just be somebody who has a great influence on the family. Maybe she gives them money. Maybe she's the richest. Maybe she's more successful. There must be a reason why the parents can't talk. And it's usually not far from benefits. If they get benefits, they don't want to lose benefit because of you. You don't give them that benefit. And you want them to lose the benefit for what you are not offering. So maybe if you want them to talk, you may have to take on taking care of them. Unfortunately so. I pray for everyone dealing with a case of eviction. The Lord visit you, Michala. The Lord visit you and step into the situation in Jesus' name. Kemi, thank you for your gift. God bless you. Well, everybody, I love you, and I hope that you find time to go to church this weekend. Make sure you go to church on Sunday. The man want is in Abuja. How do we get? Sorry, I don't understand your question. The man want is he's in Abuja. That how he got USA visa and didn't come back because of his mother. I really don't understand what you are trying to say here. What would you say if you find a friend that like you is not ready? I didn't get the question. Some of you need to properly phrase your questions. What would you say if your friend that you like is not ready to be in relationship with you, even if he's in the age of 42? He is not ready. That's it. If you like him, then you go to him and let him or her know, look, I'm interested in you. Is this something you see in the future? Is it something you think we can do together? You can't just sit down and be hoping that. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. You can't sit down and be hoping that one day she will propose. One day he will propose. It's not ready for you. That's just the bottom line. And don't be surprised. You might just be a good friend to him. As far as he's concerned, you're just a good friend, but not a good wife. So hoping that a man will be your husband or a woman will be your wife is not a good strategy. I love you too, Rev Sam. I'm going to be home. I just left my church because God revealed, I don't know. Okay, so here's the game. If you think you are in love with the person, God revealed to me that it wasn't my church. I look forward to finding a church. Rukayat, when we see, just slow down. When we see in Atlanta, we'll take over that. We'll take that conversation on. Is that okay? God will lead you to a church. Hey, what time is the time? What time is the service in Georgia? August 12th. That's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning, but you have to get there 8. Because I promise you, the whole place is going to be packed out, and you want to make sure you get there early. All right? Make sure you get there around 8 o'clock. Is 42 not old enough to make marital decision? I don't know why 42. 42 is not the reason to make a marital decision. Readiness is the reason. 42 is not a reason to make a decision for marriage. How old you are does not decide the need to make a decision about marriage. It's how ready you are. So a man can be 42 and is not ready. A woman can be 40, she's not ready. What of a mother-in-law who competes with me? If I have to do my hair, she too wants to come with me. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. You are actually a trigger to existing jealousy on the inside of her. How about you, when you want to make your hair, leave home, disappear, and I don't even know what you are doing around the house. I expect that you should be out of her environment, and if you want to do your hair, just leave the house. Just say, Mommy, I want to go out to be with my friends. Go somewhere. By the time you're coming back, your hair is done. If she also want to leave home and go and look for a friend to do her hair, let her continue. After all, are you not excited that you are a good role model? That you do your hair, Mama does her hair. And then you fix your nails, Mama does nails. I mean, you are such a leader. You are such an influential person. You are an influencer. Amazing influence. I'm so proud of you. You are a person of influence. So why are you worried that somebody will look at you and the person does what you do? Isn't that influence? So don't let that bother you. So just know now, from this moment onwards, be careful what you do, because Mama will likely do it. And by the way, if I were you, if I know Mama like doing what I do, I'll just simply take Mama and say, Mama, sorry, I'm going to do my hair. Can we go together? Let's go and do pedicure. Turn out to become your friend, your sister. And by the way, do you enjoy going to fix your hair for a whole 5 hours and you are just there? It's so boring. Wouldn't that be a nice time to be talking with Mama? So Mama, tell me more. When my husband was very young, tell me, did he trouble you? My daughter, thank you. Mama is going to start telling you stories. You know, when he was very small, your husband was very stubborn. Oh. Your husband was very, very stubborn. Yes. He normally breaks a lot of things. When he gets angry, he breaks a lot of things. Your husband is very, very stubborn. But I'm happy he's getting better now and all of that. I hope he's not breaking things in your own house too. Mama will tell you. So rather than getting upset, Mama is doing what I'm doing. Since Mama loves what you do, turn it to an opportunity for two of you to bond. You will hear things that will help you to now to relate with your husband. Take interest in her interest and use that interest to build relationship. Stop competing with each other. Stop seeing her as a rival. Never forget, you're going to become a mother someday. What goes around comes around. Ask Mama question. Deliberately take Mama. Say, Mama, have you heard about something called pedicure, manicure, face cure? Have you heard about body cure? Let's go and cure together. So you take Mama, let them massage. Let them massage Mama. And as people are lying down where they are massaging you, you'll be asking Mama stories, questions. Mama, what do you think about this, our men today? Don't talk about our son. What do you think about men? Mama, how did you people handle men in your time? Through massage. How much are you spending on the massage? You will get wisdom. All right? Everything doesn't have to be a fight between you and your mother-in-law. Evelyn, I'll be there. Evelyn, after the meeting in Atlanta, I'm going to be available for one-on-one. You want to see me? You want me to pray with you? You want me to bless you? You want me to whatever you want me to do? After the meeting, I always stay back. Those who were with us in Canada know that after I finished preaching and praying for people, I was still in the venue until past 6 p.m. in the evening. Same thing in London. So I will be in all the venues to minister to you. So I'm going to be there, yes. I'm going to be there to pray with you to whatever you want me to do. Some of you even sent a message, Pastor Sam, I've been keeping my offerings. I want to give it to you directly. I'll be there to collect the offering. Except if it's something I can't carry with my hands. If you're bringing a car, you're bringing an SUV, I will have to ship that one. Somebody said, please stay back in Maryland. Oh, Nita, I'm going to be there. Nita, I'm in Maryland on Friday, 18th. I'm speaking in Maryland before our own program in the morning on Saturday. And after our conference in the morning, I will stay back to attend to people in all the locations. I'll be there to see you. Every week is getting better, Daddy. You are amazing. Looking forward to next week. Life is getting better. I'm excited about that. Yeah, Belgium is waiting. Absolutely. I'm already in conversation with one of the pastors in Belgium for us to do something in Belgium. Somebody said, Daddy, will you stay back to meet us 1-2 in Lagos? I always stay back in Lagos. I always stay around briefly to see some of you, and except if my flight, if I have to rush to the airport, you know, I stay back to see you. So if you don't see me, your flight is just the only reason. Okay? Love everybody. God bless you. Do have a great weekend. I need to catch some rest. Love you.